What do you guys see? Why is he miming shooting a gun at someone? That seems like a bad idea. The helicopter's right there.
We thug strip your homie for all his diamonds. No reminder needed. Niggas know me when I step in. Peace came popping hot shit just like the Reverend.
They have undercovers around here.
Man, that's how this shit get, man. I need that Lowski, you hear me?
OGs from your era, would they be baffled to see?
Yes, they're killing each other.
When it comes to gang culture, there's perhaps no place in the country like California. I mean, Cali is like the NFL of gangs, and we are talking about neighborhoods that can have people who are second or third generation members. That's how deep this goes. I want you to imagine how your life might be different if you grew up in a place where your dad, your uncles, your grandpa ran the streets in a gang. And today, we dive into one of the most legendary gangs of all time, the Crips. And more specifically, we'll be on the block covering the East Coast Crips. Yes, in California. Now, some of you may be under the impression that all Crips are unified under one umbrella, and maybe they are in prison, and maybe they were back in the day, but today in the streets things have become much more fractionated, where you have many different sets. You can have the Rolling Crips, the Hoover Crips, the Gangster Crips, the East Coast Crips, and more. And it's also totally possible that a Crip set can beef with another Crip set. So guys, we dive into this and much more as we hit the streets of South Central Los Angeles. All right, folks, we are in South Central Los Angeles. We are looking into the Crips. Now, there are many types of Crips. We're going to learn more about that. I'm not quite educated myself. This is one of the oldest gangs in America. This is another case where I booked the Airbnb, not the best spot. So we're very close to where we're shooting today. I think there's just something innately fascinating by the gangster lifestyle. And California is the big leagues when it comes to gangsters. A lot of these places, if you are simply born in a particular spot, there is a high probability that you as a young man will be sucked into a gang. It's not like an election where you get to choose between the Packers, the Bears, the Detroit Lions. From what I understand, you're born in the neighborhood, that's what you are. So without further ado, let's tap in Los Angeles with the East Coast Crips.
Helicopter flying right over our location. Because they've been circling there for a little bit.
You guys got the helicopter out, question mark? Dude, the helicopter's right there. Oh my God. Los Angeles is a grand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, well, I knew about both of them, but I'm pretty sure I knew about a Crip before I knew about a Blood. But I remember back in the day when I was younger, I had the Bloods and Crips CD. And I think I bought the CD. I just was up on Plenty Music, just buying music, and I really bought it because of the cover. You know what I'm saying? It had a whole bunch of Blood gang members on one side of the cover, and then it had a whole bunch of Crip gang members on the other side of the cover. CD was dope though. Yeah, I bought it because of the cover. I didn't know none of the people that was rapping on there or nothing. But yeah.
Helped auto server here. I'm just insane. Okay, I see you. Good to meet you. I'm Tommy. How you doing, brother? This is Jet Beezy. He's a gangster rapper with the East Coast Crips that sounds like this.
Big cut, he ain't finna around, we gon' strip cut. He ain't trying to get a rollie up, we gon' flip cut.
And he's the one that invited me to come by and say hello to the set.
What is going on over here?
All type of shit. It's trenches, life of the trenches, you feel me?
Do you know the origin story of the Crips?
Kind of, yes. Okay, I grew up in Los Angeles, and during the time of my growing up, there were other gangs. There were territorial gangs called the Slossons, the Gladiators, the Businessmen, the Del Vikings, and they were territorials, like for different schools. If you went into their territory, you would either get into a fight, they were fighting, there was no shooting. When 1965 came around, the Watts riots, and then the Black Power culture became relevant. So those gangs came together, and some of them became Black Panthers, okay, for the community.
It's the trenches, right? This is how it is. They hate us.
So can you give any insight to what is going on over our head right now?
You see, they just stepped on us. Trench life. That's all I can say. Trench life.
All right, so I have a few experiences that happened today that I want to talk to you guys about, okay? I grew up in the suburbs. I don't have a lot of idea of what it's like to grow up here, but 3 things happened to me today that made me think maybe I have a small idea, okay? Ops posted my address. I got threats to my house for firebombing, and I have to consider whether I bail a friend out of jail. Is that a small taste of what it's like every day around here?
I know I posted my address.
Hell no.
Nigga know it come with that.
So would you say ops generally know where each other live, or is it a big mystery?
Shit, nigga, guys, it's a puzzle. Nigga putting this shit together on hood. Niggas know on hood.
Is there a raid? What's going on? It's a radio call. Somebody want to know what's the Okay. So guy with a gun, helicopter. Let's get an eye on this guy and see what's going on. And that's a beanbag gun? Oh, it's a 40. So it's like a riot gun almost. You guys are blocked from going back to your houses right now?
Weird ass. Hey, can I rub
We
your
going
head?
right under this though.
Can I rub your head? I got
They said we got. Did we good? So it was just good to walk down there. Now we can't walk down there. Why is that? We don't know.
Trench life. Once again.
They on bullshit, bro.
Is there ever a situation that you think the community and police could come together better?
No. They don't protect our serve.
Community and the police, yeah, they don't protect their serve.
They
I
don't
mean, at a
protect our
certain
serve.
point where, you know, shit get turned.
I'm gonna pull out the top, bro.
My phone died. Let me see.
Donald Trump is now in office. Are you guys a fan of what he's doing? Not a fan?
I don't really care too much about no Donald Trump.
Do you care about the Epstein list?
What you mean?
Holy shit. It just occurred to me that these guys may not know what Epstein Island is, which to me is almost inconceivable. It's like not being aware who the president is or not knowing that there's 12 months in a year. But to me, I feel like this highlights a phenomenon where it's almost like the hood exists in a sealed off pocket of the world where some information just doesn't seem to flow in. So as someone who is passionate about exposing the truth of the Epstein list and will be investigating this story later in Washington, D.C., I felt it was a patriotic duty to give my fellow American brethren the very basics on Epstein.
Yeah, people in the hood don't pay attention to the news. They just only if it's something from that happened in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like people in the hood be too busy either trying to get money, people getting high, and people trying to survive and get by. You know what I'm saying? Getting money, people getting high, people trying to survive and get by. You did.
Pedophile Island?
I feel like all them people should die.
Yeah, everybody that's doing weird shit like that should die.
Come on, hey,
We talking about people in the alley and f***ing kids. Rich people on the island.
You haven't heard of the Epstein list?
They heard some shit like that.
I know nothing about no kids. I heard about Diddy though. Diddy, you Diddy.
Trying to be as honest as possible. Who is the strongest prison gang in California?
Neighbors on hood.
Who's Neighbors?
Neighbors, the neighborhoods. All of us on hood. Neighbors.
Is that like all the Crips United?
All the Crips, yeah. The Rolands, the East Coasters.
So in prison, you guys do unite, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. We allies, yeah.
Okay, but what about the Serenios? They're pretty tough, aren't they?
Yeah, we fuck with our Mexicans though on hood. Hell yeah. Like, we used to beef with the Mexicans, but they cool with us. Like, you know, they good. They good peoples.
What about the Aryan Brotherhood?
They cool. They do tattoos and shit sometimes, so we be in there with them.
Can each you, one at a time, walk me through some of your tattoos you got? Okay, so EC, that's East Coast.
The slob on hood. The BK. No, blood. Slob nigga. He just get this on hood.
Like Tony the Tiger earned his
I
stripes, so
got
did you.
BK too on the dead homies. East side.
That means East Side?
That's BK. On hood, slob. On hood. Blood killer.
Oh.
On hood. With the fingers though.
You know how someone's like, everyone already know what the fuck I'm talking about.
But
What for the like maybe there's someone out there that doesn't.
You gotta go through struggle to get
When you
where
do
you
that-
want to be.
On
For
hood,
sure.
like what?
You gotta feel what struggle is.
You gotta go through the motions. On the hood, we all
Before
go
you
through
get
the
your
motions.
first
Ups and
million, you
downs.
gonna fail first.
It's ups and
Yeah,
downs,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
take a
yeah.
loss. If you don't take a loss, you ain't the right
take a loss
person.
away.
If you don't take
For
a
sure,
loss, you gotta take a loss. Anybody in this world, not even you. You done took losses yourself.
A lot of them.
You gotta bump your head a couple times just to, you feel me? Because if you don't bump your head, you just gonna think you just like, all right.
Yeah,
But once you start bumping your head, then you gonna start valuing shit way more
learning
and
from your
doing certain.
mistakes,
Cause
huh?
once you don't, if you don't got, if a nigga don't got no mistakes, then what can he learn from?
Why do you guys call yourself East Coast?
We're on the east side of South Central though.
So if you go on the other side of that freeway, you're on the west side now.
So what neighborhood are we in right now?
And now we in the East Coast. Crips. We in the 6-6s right now. Yeah, man.
But this hood right here, from Florence all the way to Slauson, is all called the Six Pack. It's all one hood.
I want to ask you guys this. Who do you guys think is the most successful race in America? By money per capita, which race in America makes the most money, you think?
Mexicans for sure. I ain't gonna lie. On hood, you can say Mexicans, because as far as what they got going, you know, with the borders and shit.
trying to build everything.
I mean, I don't know.
White people,
I was about to say, yeah, I was about to say, the richest people is the white people.
Can I tell you who makes the most in America? I don't know if it's first or second, but Chinese Americans and Indian Americans, they make more than white, black, Mexican. Why do you think Indian Americans make some of the most in the country?
They hustlers, nigga. They come from nothing but dirt and mud. What you think you gonna do?
I said they
Easy.
isn't it because of oil or something?
Are you
Indian?
No.
All 7-Elevens, all stores, gas stations, and all the shit. Come on now.
Okay, we're on to something.
Through the family. That shit ain't no just handed down to no weirdo. That shit going right to their cousin, their nephews, their nieces, their homies.
And they talk.
Well,
All right, let me ask you this. There's been a lot of wild stuff happening in Los Angeles recently. The riots, ICE, all that. What's your take on it?
Shit, fuck ICE. They better leave the Mexicans alone. We fuck with our Mexicans, man. I ain't gonna lie.
right there.
So do you disagree with ICE rounding
Yeah,
up?
hell yeah, we disagree with that shit. We fuck with our Mexicans, bro.
right here.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
So what has it been like in LA the last few months? The riots, the protests, ICE.
I've been in jail.
You were in jail?
That's bailed out.
Okay. How are you feeling?
Shit, all right.
Good.
Coolin'.
How long ago did you get out?
A week. Well, 2 days ago.
What was jail like?
Shit, it's regular, you know. If you go in there, you know, if it's for your first time, you gonna feel funny. But for me, it was like normal.
You've been there before?
Yeah,
Roughly, if you had to guess, how many times?
2 times.
Okay. So I see you with a black clique, Mexican guy. Who do you hang out with in jail?
Shit, blocks. Shit, that's what I got to run.
And is that because you grew up here?
Shit, yeah.
Okay. What percent of young men that grew up in this area become East Coast Crips?
Shit, everybody, shit. It's a lot of us that grew up over here on hood. That's everybody. Like, we all cousins and we all family.
But like, are there people that grow up here that don't choose East Coast Crips?
You know what I mean? I know people who live in different, like, you know, hoods, but we grew up with them. Like, me, that's the type of nigga I am. If I grew up with a nigga, I'm not gonna, like, you know, do nothing to him. Like, I'm gonna let him know, like, hey, what's up? Like, you know, like, you slipping, but like, if I know him and I grew up with him, it ain't no smoke. Why would it be smoke if I know you?
One thing I want to clarify that I'm just learning more of is initially I thought if someone's Crip, they're all together. But I've learned there's Gangster Crips, there's Hoover Crips, there's East Coast Crips, there's Rolling Crips. What does the breakdown of politics look like?
You just don't get along with some of them. It didn't start off as beef. It wasn't, the gangs didn't start off to be as a gang for real. It was like Crip is community revolution and progress. It really wasn't no gang. It was really just supposed to be people that was protecting the community type shit.
Some of you may be shocked to hear that Crip sets are beefing with each other. After all, aren't they on the same team? And as one of the top unofficial street anthropologists in the country, here's my hypothesis of 3 key reasons why this is happening. First, back in the day, many gangs had a much stronger centralized leadership and therefore more controls over the actions of their members. However, many leaders of top gangs around the country were either murdered, like Crip leader Raymond Washington, or given life in prison, like gangster disciple Kingpin Larry Hoover. Taking out leaders has led to a power vacuum that has led to infighting and chaos. Next, fatherlessness. Some estimates place the number of black kids growing up without a dad in America at 65 to 75%. This is a catastrophic statistic that cannot be overlooked. Finally, we are in an era where rap is dominated by murder music. Some go as far to say that it is a CIA psyop coordinated by the record executives.
People who own the labels own the prisons. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry. You know, not saying that the CIA is sitting there writing rhymes, but they may have a deal with the labels.
So while that remains to be seen, we have certainly experienced a cultural shift in what rap music is and speaks on. I was on the jail phone with my friend Superthrow Dave recently, and I think he said it best. He said, back in my day, kids idolized hustlers like Young Jeezy and wanted to make money. Now kids idolize rappers like King Von and want to catch a body.
Yeah.
I'm interested in hearing your thoughts in the comments supporting or critiquing my theory. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, when we was young growing up, we just, old school Chevys and drop top Porsches. I could get 100,000 in Air Forces. You know what I'm saying? I can get 100,000 of these Sean John jeans. I went from old school Chevys to drop top Porsches. You couldn't walk a mile off in my Air Forces. And you ain't seen what I seen. I can get 100,000 of these Sean John jeans. You know what I'm saying?
You think? What is happening now in today's era where Crips are fighting other Crips?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm gonna be very blunt with you, man. You know, there's not a lot I can do about that. There's not a lot I can do about it. And I don't know who can. They can. Those kids that you brought today, I listened to, and you and I talked about it. Education seems to be something that they don't want. They don't want to read. They want to look at YouTube, Twitter, and that's how they're getting educated. Inglewood Crip kills East Side Crip, then they're beefing, but they're all Crips. I don't understand it. I don't. I really don't. I can't speak on it.
So tell me a little bit of history out here. How have you grown up here all your life?
Nah, I ain't grew up here all my life. But when my brother died, that's when I got put on. I'm gonna do this shit for cuz. We gonna turn it up for cuz. I'm gonna really,
So that was a big changing factor in your life.
I wouldn't even say that because I done been through shit before that on game.
What I've noticed is people that see stuff from a really young age, they see violence, they see really traumatic experiences, it desensitizes them. It kind of makes them a little colder to the world.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel that.
Would you say you're optimistic about the future of the world?
I just live day by day.
Yeah. So how far do you map out something? Like, do you think about what you're doing next month at all?
Yeah, like probably like if I got something to do next month, but like I got like every day wake up, get your money, cause everything else with this gangbanging shit gonna come. Your time gonna come to really But what I say to everybody is get your money before anything, cause when you down in that cell, boy, ain't nobody gonna have you but your mama.
Have you done any serious time?
You're right. Get your paper before anything. Get that paper.
It's juvenile.
How is juvenile jail different than adult? Like, is there different stuff? Like, you do school? Are you doing courses?
It's like juvenile. Oh, I was turning that up. They're homies.
Do you feel like the young guys now are way crazier than back in the day?
From what I heard, for surely.
Why is this happening? What's happening to our young guys that's making them so crazy?
Out here walking around with buddies, nigga. Ain't no 380s around this bitch. They don't. Generations, every generation change. Every single generation is gonna change a little bit.
What's going on right now that they're so reckless for?
There's a lot of YNs don't got shit to live for, nigga. This shit for death. Nigga on hood, niggas live for this. Niggas live for this life, this gangbanging shit.
OGs from your era would they be baffled to see?
Yes, they'd be baffled on the fact that they're killing each other. They're doing drive-bys. The OGs from my day, it was like,
it's crazy because they really, he just said like they feel like they got nothing to live for, and that's crazy. It's crazy to even think that way.
like back in the 50s of, they say, okay, we're going to squabble, we're going to rumble, and we're going to beat the crap out of each other and go home. Back in the 60s.
On the real one, the ones that do got kids, wow, that's what you got to live for, your kids. Or live for your family. Get this money, live for this paper. Live for a better life,
Late 50s, when I am cognitive of what was going on. They fought, but there was no killing.
We have an exclusive freestyle, baby. Tim Westwood TV.
Alright, I go by P1 from the pack on the dead on. Look, check it out. We gonna make it quick. Hey, mama, I'm sorry I ain't grow up to be a doctor, but they killed Bugsy. That shit ain't sit right on my conscience. This lifestyle ugly, I embrace it. East Side Spanish, let a fuck nigga touch me. I do him dirty like some laundry. Free C4, the free Lebowski to my front. Long live blue, no country's thirsty for the founder. I blame the government for the shit they wasn't surprised, so it's that we thug and strip your homie for all his diamonds. No reminder needed, niggas know me when I step in. Peasky came popping hot shit just like the Reverend. Nigga heard I fucked his main bitch and I ain't stressed. Just keep all the aggression to yourself and we get that grands on hood.
Why is he miming shooting a gun at someone? That seems like a bad idea. Hold on, I gotta ask you a question. Did you just mime popping him? Why would you do such a thing? Is that not risky behavior?
Nah, this one is in block.
No, please.
On the vibe where
What if he did a drive-by and I was here and you were here and we both got hit?
You safe. Just know, you and me, you safe. Man.
But we were safe until you went boop, 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 boop.
We safe at all times.
Nigga, this is $2-3 back in the day, bro. Where did you get $6 from, bro? Niggas never in need like that. This is crazy, bro.
Why do you think that helicopter is still circling? That's a lot of resources. To keep that bird in the sky is a lot of taxpayer money.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Hell yeah.
Would you ever do this in a police copter?
LAPDK.
Can I say something that you might find wild at first? Okay, I bet if you sat down, let's just say in another state, you and a cop sat at a bar and shared a beer, I bet you guys would probably, you can have a good time.
Never have been.
Not with one of them in the entire world.
Never. Maybe a female cop though for sure. Fuck the shit out of a female cop.
They have undercovers around here.
Man, that's how this shit get, man. I need that low ski, you hear me? I need to get low. Only my brother though, like I said.
So what? Walk me through what this means.
Yeah, Only YC, that's my brother that passed away. Comes from right here. HK, BK. Nigga knows what this shit mean. Like, for the people that's watching it, they should know. But for the people that want to know, that speaks for itself.
JetBeezy maintains that PTV is a self-explanatory acronym, but to this day, I'm still unaware of what this means. So if there are any linguistic experts watching this, please let us know in the comments what it means.
HK, BK.
That's not something I should be saying, right?
Say it.
No.
Go ahead.
HB. Hello and hello. That's how I go. Folks, word of the wise, here's some free game if you're going to a hood and talking to a gang member. Be very aware of using K in the wrong circumstance. K means killer, and you might see it in things like EBK, everybody killer, or as you see it on this wall here, BK or HK, which I'm guessing is presumably blood killer or Hoover killer. It is not a friendly thing and can get you in danger. I almost learned the hard way when I was with the Hoover Crips and I made a bad KKK joke that I thought they would find funny. Have you ever tried joining the KKK?
Hell no.
What about...
Hey.
Whoa. Did I say something that was wrong?
Yeah.
What did I say?
That.
I said KKK.
Don't say no.
I said K.
No, you didn't.
So be very careful on how you use K in your speech when you are in the hood. Let me ask you a serious question, okay? If some of these guys came and said, look, we're done with this fighting. We actually think we could be buddies. No, we can make a gigantic group that takes over.
Hell no. He back doing. Not possible. Not having it. They know evil, see no evil, see no evil. No? Yeah. It's self-explanatory.
They was on. Hold on. They was on Tommy G. Hills. Look. Look how he looking. Look at look.
Joke that I thought they would find funny. Have you ever tried joining the KKK?
Hell no.
What about...
Look at him.
Hey.
Whoa. Did I say something that was wrong?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Say that.
I said cake.
He went and put his drink down and everything.
KK.
Don't say no.
I said K.
No, you didn't.
So be very careful on how you use K in your speech when you are in the hood. Let me ask you a serious question, okay? If some of these guys came and said, look, we're done with this fighting. We actually think we could be buddies. No, we can make a gigantic group that takes over.
Hell no. He back doing. Not possible. Not having it.
They know evil, see no evil, speak no evil. No? Yeah. It's self-explanatory, really, though.
We were just chopping it up in the East Coast Crip territory. Any final thoughts, fellas?
Man, forever keep that shit lit. Forever keep that shit lit. Straight PTV shit to the death though.
We're gonna go slide, so I gotta turn the camera off. Ladies and gentlemen, Jet Beezy just dropped a music video today. I linked it in the description. Please go over there, show him some love. As you know, a lot of these guys are relying on rap to make it out, and I think art is a great way to express yourself. So comment Big Dog's Gotta Eat, blow his music video up. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week.